Hello, today I'm gonna show you how to make an acrylic ornament, hanging ornament like a bubble with an image from the soft paper and with some gilding using the metal flakes. So first, what do we need for that kind of a project? We need an acrylic medallion. I'm using the heart shaped, which comes in 2 halves. So we will need that. We need an image. I also cut the image in the shape of a heart. We need some glue for gold leaf, metal leaf glue. I'm using Cadence, but you can also use pen tart glue, and I'm using the metal flakes. These are from pen tart, and it's a mixture of a bit of gold and with a bit of green shade. We will need some metallic paint, some plain acrylic paint. I'm using these colors so they would go with the image. And I'm also gonna use a bit of bitumen, but instead of this you can use just simple brown acrylic paint. I'll show you what that one will be used for. For the finishing touches, contour liner, tassel and a ribbon, and we also need some 2 soft brushes, some standard decoupage glue and a bit of a sponge. So what we do first is we take 1/2 of the medallion and we take our image. Because it's soft paper, you have to soften first with a bit of water. So what I'm gonna do is just take a brush, put a bit of water on it like this, and just leave it a little bit. And we will glue to this. We decorate the bubble, as you can see, from the inside. I'm gonna use just some plain decoupage glue, so I'm gonna put a bit of glue on the surface here. Then we place the image that way. Make sure that it's right in the middle. Yes. And glue again from that side. That's, I can smooth it just with a finger. It's soft paper, so don't worry, it's not gonna get ripped or torn. Now, so we have our image. I'll just remove the excess of the glue from the side, and that's this part. Now we will be doing the background around here and also at the base of the bubble. We don't need that glue anymore. Now, so I'll start with bitumen, but as I said, you can use just plain brown acrylic paint. Dip the brush a little bit in it and just gently splash a little bit of it all the way around. A bit more on this side, and the same the same for the second half of the bubble. And that's this. Now we're gonna do the same with using the acrylic paint. I'm using that metallic acrylic paint. So just take a bit of this there, and with another brush again dip a little bit in it, and again sprinkle a bit of that inside. Inside both halves of the bubble. All right, now we need to leave it to dry for a bit, so we're gonna take a short break, and after that we will be using the metal flakes. So let's put that aside for now, and we can prepare our metal flakes. We have to be careful with them because, as you can see, they are very, very delicate, so we can just maybe put them can put some of them in here. Now, as I said, this color, as you can see, it's gold with that kind of metallic green, olive green. And we will need the glue for the metallic leaf. Let's squeeze a little bit of it in here. So we have the flakes and the glue ready, and let's see if that's dry. Still a little bit, so still a little bit break, and we will continue later. All right, our bubbles are dry, so now we will be able to use the flakes. So we take a bit of the glue. You can use the brush, or you can use the sponge, and we use the metallic leaf glue almost everywhere, but I don't really want to cover all the spaces. I want some of it to shine through, so we will have the base for the paint. We need a bit more glue, and the same with this. Actually, I find it easier with a sponge rather than the brush. Maybe still a bit. If you don't have the mixture of the metallic flakes, you can always use the metal leaf, which comes in sheets, usually like a square pieces. Okay, so we have the glue, and now apply the leaves. You can take them with a brush and just slowly attach them like this, and make sure that you mix, like if I said, if it comes in different mixture of different colors, make sure that you apply both of the colors. They will stick only where the glue was, so that's why you can see what's happening, but in some places they are not sticking. There is a good selection of those metal flakes from Pentart, but also from Finnabar, and we do the same for the second part. As you can see, some of them are really big. they really stick to your fingers, but no problem, they are easy to remove later. And just wipe your hands on the base plate. Okay. Almost there. No, this one is a bit stubborn. There. It's a bit messy, as you can see, but that's okay. Just press them down a little bit, so you make sure that they really are staying where the glue was. And again we leave it to dry, or alternatively you can use the hair dryer to speed the drying process. So after that we will continue. Alright, so now they are dry. You can still wipe off the excess pieces. And now basically what we have is, like, you have the image and you have the mixture of those paints that we were using and the selection of the gold leaf, and the same in here. And now the last step of that will be covering the background with a different color of paint. I decided to go with that kind of a beige linen, but naturally the choice of colors is yours. So again, I'm going to squeeze some of the paint in there. It's not coming that much of it. Okay. And for this we're going to use the sponge again. It's just easier with the sponge rather than the brush, and we delicately dab all the way around. Here there is no need to put the paint behind the soft paper image. If you were using rice paper or napkin, naturally you would need some white background to be able to see the image clearly, but with soft paper it's not that necessary. So there we go, all the way around. The thing is, like, why do we need the special glue for the metal leaves? Well, if you use just the ordinary glue, like ordinary decoupage glue, or I don't know, PVA glue, there might be some chemical reaction and the metal leaves can kind of oxidize, change the color with time. So just to avoid it, just to make sure that you avoid it, just use proper glue. And as I said, Pentart has the glue available, and the flakes, so does Cadence, and since quite recently Finaba. almost there. Just make sure that it's everywhere, that there are no spaces left. There you go. And now that's the effect we have. That's the, no, can you see, like the shiny effect of the flakes, and a bit of extra effect with the paints that we used, and the same with in front. Something got stuck here. There. And again, we leave it to dry out, and the final step is assembling the both halves of the bubble together. Put the ribbon, put the tassel if you want. So we'll continue shortly again. Now, once we have both halves dry, there's no need to use extra varnish on it, because as you can see, it's the inside of the bubble. So now we will assemble it together. I'll start with the tassel, and in order to do that, I always use a bit of a tape to tape it like this here, and then take the other half and just press together. There you go, and job done. And we'll put the ribbon through. Of course, if you prefer to use the other form of hanging, like a bit of a chain maybe, that's all up to you. A bit of a ribbon. Oh, didn't quite work. Here. No, that didn't quite work the way I wanted. Happens. Mistakes happen. But you know, it's never too late to rectify them. So once again, I just need to tie it a bit tighter and closer to this. So now that's what I wanted. So this will cut the ends of it a bit, and we have a bit of a ribbon. I might attach another one later on it. More maybe this. Alright, and the last thing that I'm gonna do, because we have the edges of the bubble where two halves meet, and if you don't want them to be too visible, you can either attach some embellishments, glue them, use a chain, or I'm gonna use the liner, relief liner, and just press little dots and just draw little ornaments like that. Because they are so thin, the endings of the contour liners, it's relatively easy to paint like that. So just let me finish this then. And again, I chose the color that kind of corresponds with it, which is a light gold from Amsterdam, company called Amsterdam. But there is a good selection of those in various colors from different brands as well. So whatever is available in your area where you live, just search under the contour liner. They are a bit different from so-called pearl pens. The pearl pens do not really allow to make so delicate, elaborate designs, but of course they work too. Like actually on this one you can see there you go. On this one you can see I just used the regular pearl pen. Almost there. Something of like whatever you want to call that shape. Right, so that's our bauble done. Acrylic bauble with metal flakes. So that's all for today. So now all you have to do is wash your hands after, as I said, a bit messy project. All right, thank you.